Hi, here I am again talking to you about the sound system of training. So the other thing that people are asking me, because basically these are all questions I'm having, and so I'm trying to answer them on little videos rather than trying to write it all down. So they're asking me, well, what is the levels within the sound system of training? What does that mean? The levels are basically all the different lessons split into different levels now. When I first started this, I just started with a really simple pattern of a 20-meter circle at E and B. And even though that sounded very boring and simple, it challenged people because I made them think about certain things. And yeah, they found it very, very interesting. And so it wasn't actually such a boring lesson after all. But each week, I added in a little bit more difficulty and a little bit more difficulty. And so obviously, over the year, it's come to a level where we're doing leg yields, we're starting counter now. I've just started doing those recordings. We're moving on to shoulder in and different levels. And so people can jump in no matter what level they're at. So we started to split them. I decided to split them into the very first level is coming back into work. And that was suggested by one of my Mindful Rider tribe. And that's what we called the Facebook page. And she said, you know, that she'd been out of work and could we do some lessons that would help her get fit again. And so I said, brilliant idea. And so we started a section on coming back into work. And that is really slow. The first two lessons are only in walk for the rider and the horse to get fitter. But at the same time, they're suppling the horses up. And then as it goes on, I introduce a little bit of trot and then bring them back to walk. So they can slowly get their fitness level up, both horse and rider. Then level 1 is starting to use the patterns that you would possibly come in touch with, not the exact test, but similar movements that you would see in a prep or a prelim test if you were competing. And so they're very simple 20-meter circles, easy patterns, changes of rein, 3 loop serpentines. Pretty simple things in that level 1. Level 2 is prelim novice level. So now we're starting to go to 15-meter circles and going into more detail. And then when we get to level 4, we're going into novice elementary. So at level 4, we come into novice elementary. We're starting to introduce the leg yields. We're starting to introduce smaller circles still. And we're starting to up the game towards elementary. Our next level, which is under construction, it's not complete yet. We're just starting the recordings for that now, or I am starting the recordings for that now, is elementary medium. And that is going to start going into the shoulder ins, haunches in, travers, haunches in and travers are the same thing, but renvers, counter shoulder in, and building towards half passes. And so there's a lot in these lessons that will be added in, simple changes, more and more canter as the fitness level increases. And so as you can see, you know, there is a lot to be benefited by being part of this and having that voice in your ear, just calmly telling you what you should be looking for, how you should be thinking, what you should be noticing in yourself and within your horse. So I'm really hoping that you might think about joining us and joining the sound system of training. Thanks for listening to me again. Okay guys, bye.